Hello, everybody. I got the Persaurus with me. I figure I might as well get my Thursday Under the Cult of MS podcast episode done. Got a few things I can talk about today. Starting out, we're going to do the 6 Star Wars questions. This, I believe, is the last one I will have for a long time. So hopefully you get it right. Not like you win anything. I should have done something on these like once a month. Anyway, I got answers or whatever. Could have got their names in a drawing. Oh well, we'll get to the drawing soon. We're almost up to our 225 subscribers. Once we hit that, we'll promote the 250 giveaway. And we finally got the other things we were waiting for in the mail for that giveaway. So we're all good to go on that. Now we just got to give the prizes out. But, we got to get the subscribers up there first and then give the prizes out. All right. Question number 1. Who introduced himself to Jabba as a friend to Captain Solo? Question 2. What did the Emperor refer to as a Jedi's weapon? Question 3. What emotion was Luke told he had successfully controlled during his first lightsaber duel with Darth Vader? Question 4. Who opted not to destroy Dantooine because it was too remote? Question 5. What trio went outside the Millennium Falcon to investigate a Mynock swarm? And question 6. What surname was given to Princess Leia by her adoptive family? All right. We'll check those answers at the end of the show. I think I'm going to actually watch Deadpool and Wolverine this afternoon because I had a kind of an interesting day already, just doing some stuff. Went and looked at a house. It's like a block and a half from my wife's work, so it's nice and close for her to go to work. I forget what the asking price is, but I'm going to go about 20 grand underneath it because the front porch needs to be redone. Well, not the porch, the walkway into the porch, because there's no railings or anything with me with my MS. It's like I had to struggle to get into the building. Coming out, it's not so bad. It's going in and upstairs without a railing. And then that's got to be repaired right away. There's a overhang outside coming off the roof that's got a bunch of wood removed, had some leakage or something, and they never repaired that, and they just covered it up with some pieces of plywood. It's a really shitty job. It's like you had a thing about this wide, a nice straight across thing, and they put 2 big triangular pieces of plywood on it that hang way down. It looks really stupid. But as long as it works for the leakage for now, I can deal with it and I can fix it up. Windows and stuff are iffy. They don't open and close well. The downstairs kitchen's really tiny, but doable. I can work with it as long as you got a spot for a fridge. Don't even need a stove. My wife and I can pretty much live off an air fryer, a tabletop grill, something like that, a microwave. And we could get away with something like that if we had to. We did it in the past when we lived in one of our favorite houses we lived in the town of Libby, Montana, that had the asbestos blowing all over it from the mine explosions. And it was a big thing on the TV and all that. And our brother-in-law, he's got the mesothelioma from it. We're waiting to find out if any of us have it. I got a thing in my lung that hasn't changed in size or anything, but they have to look at it on scans every couple of years. Make sure it doesn't grow and become active. But it sucked because when we were living there, we'd go swimming in the river constantly. I'd take the Shelly's nieces and we'd go play in the river. We'd go gold panning and stuff like that. We'd have a blast. And I'd take them to the park and we'd go play on all the swings and all that stuff. But we never realized that the wonderful, fun, sparkling sand and ground we were playing in, we didn't realize that that was all asbestos that was making it sparkle. And all the rivers and rocks and all that, you could see the sparkliness in the rivers. That was all freaking asbestos. So they had to bring in heavy equipment, basically scrape the whole town, clean all the dirt and all that. And it was a big thing. It had a whole movie and everything on, like Lifetime or something like that, and did a bunch of stuff with it. But they didn't compensate anybody for the shit that they're going through. My brother-in-law's struggles constantly trying to get the stupid lawsuits going that they promised that you can get going and do all this shit. And they never take care of it. They never pay their fines. They never do anything. They don't give a shit. As long as they get their copper, gold, and silver out of those mines, that's all they care about. Uh, but yeah, that house that we lived in there didn't have a refrigerator or a stove. We had our flat top and all that, our microwave. Would have loved to have had an air fryer back then, because this day and age, you don't need a stove. They got the big air fryer, the dually. That works perfect for a family of four. Make a main dish and a side, and then do like your salads or whatever on the sides. The only thing is having something to boil water so you can do pasta and stuff. That's always nice. But we got a little single grills and stuff you can use for that, table toppers. Uh, but when we lived there, we lived there through a winter and not having a refrigerator, and I didn't pay for the gas propane to heat the house. Instead, we had a wood burning stove, so I just chopped wood and burned wood all winter. But one time, didn't realize that a tree that we chopped down was all full of holes. I brought a bunch of pieces in after I chopped them up, had them stacked there. All of a sudden, we had these big, giant black ants all over the living room. Here, the ants were hibernating in the tree and woke up from being in the nice warm house. That was a mess. But yeah, we for a refrigerator freezer, we just stuck a big cooler in a snowbank outside our door, and that was our refrigerator freezer. Kept our stuff in the snowbank. I miss that. But yeah, we can get away with little equipment and stuff as far as that goes, but there isn't nothing. There was only like three cupboards, not much. I can easily build some upper cabinets, do some stuff. Uh, I can play around with things like that. Then interior wise, they have a door that goes to the upstairs, but they removed the steps going to it, so I got to replace those because they turned the upstairs into a single apartment up there. And I didn't go up. I let the wife go up because she had to climb up that big ledge to get where there's supposed to be steps. So I let her go check it out. I'll look at those pictures later tonight, but I can see pretty much online most of that area. But then the downstairs tub is a nightmare. The flooring's a nightmare in the downstairs bathroom. All the flooring's gone. It's just bare floor. Needs to be redone. So if I do it, I'm gonna put a walk-in shower. Might as well replace the sink and toilet too while you're at it. Just get it all nicely freshened up so you got one good bathroom ready to go, even though the upstairs bathroom should be better than the downstairs one because that one was put in probably 15 years ago. Uh, so they could rent it out as a separate apartment, but we're just going to make it a one family home if we do buy it. But yeah, I think we'll put an offer in minus 20,000 off the price, just so I can compensate for what I need to repair and get fixed up. But it's like, might as well buy a house because we're paying the same for our house payment as we would for rent for a freaking apartment. I might as well have a house and be happy with it. And if I can't make my payments, then oh well. uh, at least if I can't make my payments at an apartment, same thing. Oh well. So screw it. Might as well own a freaking house. But yeah, we came across this one luckily last weekend. So if we can pull it off, that'd be great. What the heck? I got a woodpecker and a blue jay on my tree, and the woodpeckers was gonna start pecking away, but the blue jay started pecking on the long branch coming off the tree, and so the woodpecker got pissed and chased him. Don't act like you're a woodpecker. It's like usually the blue jays are the aggressive dickheads in the group, constantly yelling at everything and stealing the nuts from the squirrels, but that was a good sign too. While I was sitting in the car waiting for the realtor and my wife to show up, I sat there and tippy toe a squirrel came alongside the car and buried a big old nut in the ground right in our backyard. So that's a good sign. We got squirrels there. We got a nice little tree line, crappier trees, so I'll rip most of those out and plant some decent ones, bush style ones to block off the neighbors. And there's a little fire pit in the back. The garage probably needs a major rehaul, but it's a 2.5 car one. So just weird because the lot kind of goes, instead of a square lot, you got 3/4 of the lot squared out, and then the garage is offset. So it kind of goes back a little bit, which was weird. But yeah, since he's finally off me, let's look at a few Ripley's believe it or not things. First harvesting machine in history, an automated reaper that cut grain, allowing the wheat to drop into the cart, used in ancient Gaul 2,000 years ago. It was pushed from behind by a bullock. Well, so the bull pushed it from behind instead of pulling it. Never seen that, which is unusual considering my family started a whole implement business back in the day in the 50s, 40s. They were doing implement stuff. Optical illusion, drawn by Mr. Donald Ruckert, Waterloo, Iowa. I don't know why it's an optical illusion. You can see it. So if it's that guy up there, I don't know what the illusion is of it. Leaves of the Bani tree are used as greeting cards in India. Sir George Bach of England, to get help for a stranded Arctic expedition, walked 1,204 miles on snowshoes. Well, that's that. Okay, the optical illusion is that little square thing in the upper corner up there. I guess guy with snowshoes is the guy that they're talking about on that one. The whip tree from Sumner, Illinois, a sycamore 60 feet high, growing from an ox gad, leaned against a fence 91 years ago. I don't know. An ox gad was leaning against a fence 91 years ago, and that's how the tree came to be, I guess. I don't know what the heck an ox gad is. And Robert Jobson from Virginia Beach, Virginia, caught 2 fish, cleaned, fried, and ate them while swimming in the ocean. I show him with his Little float down there. There's a little fry pan on it, cooking away. Let's look at a conqueror quick. Timur Ailing the Lame Timur, whom history has commemorative as Tamerlane from 1336 to 1405, was a redoubtable Mongol conqueror who overran 3 continents and marked his conquest with the massacre of millions of human beings, but in one inexplicable respect he was centuries ahead of his time. His armies were under strict orders to drink no water which had not been previously boiled. Through the astonishing precaution, he was spared staggering losses in manpower by disease and epidemics. It is not known what experience motivated the sanguinary conqueror in issuing this powerful hygienic order. Its after effects still deeply influence Eastern social and commercial life today. Since boiled water is bland and tasteless, the conquering Mongols tried to flavor it by boiling tea leaves in it. This gave rise to the tea industry. Tamerlane's boiled water experiment has long been forgotten, but the countries his armies overran have never abandoned their passion for tea drinking. Interesting. A Mongolian that you hear of that was a conqueror, wasn't like Genghis Khan or someone like that. So that was interesting. But yeah, enough of that. We're already halfway through our half hour that I want to burn on this. I want to promote some Kickstarters that are out right now. You got 18 days left on this one. It's Zombie Date Night 2, a zombie romance comedy sequel. This is by Steve Urena. I can't remember if me and Anthony are getting drawn into this one or not. I can't remember what I paid for to be drawn in on stuff anymore. I'm still waiting on my Slowpokes one, which I really want. Slowpokes 3 from Steve Urena. But he's got Zombie Date Night coming out for first. And I'd like to see him come out with another Xmas China parody comic that he did. That was a fun story. But yeah, check out his Kickstarter. I'm not sure what add-ons and stuff are in there. If I would add more time, I would have ran through all these different ones, go over the add-ons. But yeah, I just definitely check that out. Love Steve Urena's work. Danny Harold contacted me to let me know that he's got the Rebel Girls, Phantom of the Opry, which is issue 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I believe. And yeah, I heard he's got his publishing rights back and he's not publishing through KeenSpot anymore. So that might be a plus since I'm having problems with KeenSpot lately. So I'm hoping good things for Danny with this one. But Danny Harold does a lot of great different things you can check out. I've talked about him a lot over the past few years. And we basically promote and pick up everything he puts out there that we find out about. So check it out. Fun story. Basically, your rocker chicks that are demonically powered and can control people with their music and all that stuff. You know the stories, the concepts, and yeah, it's a fun one. I like all the characters in it and stuff. It's been a decent run so far. I am going to be re-reviewing issue 2, which I could have swore I reviewed, but then I ended up never getting it from my pre-order. Something happened to the one that I pre-ordered. I don't know why they canceled it, but I did get the issue 2 now. So I will reread it and review it just in case I never did review it. So that'll be coming up in the next week or so. But they are up to 19 days left on that Kickstarter for Rebel Girls. And it's art It's Rebel, Rebel, but Girls is Girls. Girls. The Phantom of the Opry. Not of the opera, Opry, Opry. But it's 60% funded. Zombie Date Night, 66% funded. And then the last one, if you missed my review on it, check it out. Another wonderful hippy dippy psychedelic fun story. We got TB and her time traveling psychedelic mushrooms. TB is spelled Tibbi. First issue is so much fun. I am really looking forward to this one. W.S. Quinton works on this project. It's 30% funded so far, 20 days left to go. Get on it. I mean, all three of these definitely deserve to be backed. We want to get them funded. But yeah, I'm hoping all three of these get fully funded, and yeah, they're great. All great stories. Check out their previous stories. All of them were wonderful. Uh, so yeah. And then TV wise, of course, we've been watching house hunting shows for background noise at night. Just to give us some ideas of what we want to do or whatever. If we do ever find a house or find a place to live before we get kicked out of here, we got what? It's already almost April. So we got 2 months to figure out what the hell we're going to do with our lives and get the hell out of here. But I'm hoping that either this house goes through or we can get something else soon enough that I can get our shit out of here before they come to start going through the house and trying to get all the other crap out and deal with it, because I'm not dealing with it. And so I put my 6 years in. Nobody gave a shit about what I did. Now they want me to do everything around here for them. They can kiss my ass. I ain't doing all the shit that needs to be done around here if I don't have to. It's like, I'm not getting nothing out of it. I'm just getting kicked out. So, oh well. Used to have a family. Hmm. Now I just worry about me and my wife, which I always did. I didn't worry about anybody else. Oh well. Uh, on Hulu, checked out Bill Burr, Drop Dead Years. It was definitely a drop dead performance. It wasn't the funny Bill Burr you usually enjoy. It was slower, more family oriented, more talking about life instead of joking about life. And it has decent parts. I always like watching Bill. Uh, but it just wasn't a full stand up routine. It was more of a 1/3 stand up comedy, 2/3 talking about his life, and just not not that funny. I want my funny. I want to laugh. And then I don't know. I'm still working on Shorzy and all those. Letterkenny. Letterkenny. I can't think of the name of it. Yeah, just getting caught up on some of our regular shows that have a few new episodes out also. Then on Disney Plus, been watching Darkwing Duck and Simpsons for background noise while I'm working on boxing up shit. Pretty disappointed. I wanted to go commercial free with Hulu, and I did. And for $1 more, I was able to get Disney Plus commercial free. I don't know how long that runs, if it's a 3-month deal or what. But again, I took a huge break from Disney. I come back on, and there's nothing on. I mean, there's like nothing new to watch. A couple things that aren't that interesting, but I expected more things to see since I haven't had Disney for a while, but that was pretty disappointing. Amazon Prime checked out Billy Corgan's Adventure in Carneyland. Billy Corgan, if you don't know, is lead singer from Smashing Pumpkins. Great promoter, works awesome with wrestling, cares about it, enjoys it, knows how to set up performances and matches, and knows how to basically lay out a show. Uh, he's got a couple idiots working for him, of course, but he does have dang it, I can't think of his name. I got Corgan stuck in my brain now. One of the family members of the people that ran the National Wrestling Association back in the day. He's got him working with him, so he's keeps the whole organization in good hands, and it's just he's doing an awesome job with it. Fun show. I enjoyed watching that. I think it was only 6 episodes or something like that, but that was on Amazon Prime. Other than that, I don't think there's any other stuff we have really been watching other than background noise crap, and I've been mostly for that. I'm in a different room, so I just crank up the laptop and throw on some podcast episodes and let those play. I can listen to them while I'm working on stuff. But yeah, I think that's about all I really wanted to go over today. Nothing too exciting, but some basic updates and all that stuff if anybody does give a shit. If you ain't worried about my life, you're worried about your own. All right, let's see here. Let's run down the 6 Star Wars questions, and we'll get the heck out of here. Who introduced himself to Jabba as a friend to Captain Solo? That would be what's his name? Why can't I think of his name? But actually, it should be probably Luke because they were. Yeah, I'll just go with Luke. Yep, it's Luke, and they were basically the only two really together, other than Princess Leia and Chewie, and the droids. But what did the Emperor refer to as a Jedi's weapon? I would assume a lightsaber. It'd be your lightsaber or your force, the force in you. But I'd say lightsaber. Yep, that's right. What emotion was Luke told he had successfully controlled during his first lightsaber duel with Darth Vader? I usually say the force, or he controlled his fear of Vader, which he had to go through in the swamp and stuff also. So fear is the answer, but I would have probably said force first. Who opted not to destroy Dantooine because it was too remote? I would say Vader because he's the one that wanted shit destroyed. No, Tarkin. And what trio went outside of the Millennium Falcon to investigate a Minox swarm? I want to say it was Han Solo, probably Luke. I think Princess Leia went out with them. It's Han, Leia, and Chewie. I thought Chewie sat back in the Falcon. I figured Han or Chewie sat back. All right. And the final one. What surname was given to Princess Leia by her adoptive family? Padawan? No, Padawan's Organa. Yeah, it's Organa. Princess Leia Organa. Eh, so that's that. Don't know when we'll have more of those or if we will when I unbox all our stuff. As I'm unboxing stuff and filling our new place, I've been packing away a lot of fun stuff that I haven't shown or no one's seen. So there's going to be lots of that stuff that we'll be able to check out when I do that. But so keep an eye out. But it's going to be a couple months yet before I even figure out what's going on with our life, or I'll keep you up to date on anything that is happening. But other than that, keep following under the call of MS. Rate, review, subscribe, tell a friend, give us those likes. We'll be back with more of these soon. Check out Crimson Color Comic Club for our group podcast. Thanks. Bye.